Hello everyone, my name is Rayan Dajura and together with Satwinder, Yash and Kavishman, we present our Group 1 presentation which is the analysis for ICT300 which is the assessment 2 submitted to Dr. Saima Hassan. Over the next few minutes, I'll set the stage explaining why AI and blockchain matter today before Satwinder dives into our first case study on IBM Watson Health, which is this one. Yes, this one. So, coming towards the presentation, we are living through what Clause of World Economic Forum calls the fourth industrial revolution, an era where digital, biological, and physical systems converge to redefine industries and societies. Unlike previous revolutions driven by steam and electricity, this one is powered by data, algorithms, and distributed trust. AI's role is to mimic the human cognition, learning from vast dataset to detect patterns, make predictions, and even recommend actions. Blockchain's role is to recreate trust in digital transactions via decentralized ledgers. Together, they promise leaps in efficiency, transparency, and inclusion, but also raise novel ethical and legal questions. Understanding both technologies side by side helps us to anticipate not just the technical challenges, but also the societal impacts. Our report has two main objectives. First is the case study analysis, where we examine how AI is applied in healthcare through IBM Watson and how blockchain is used in finance via RippleNet for cross-border payments. And another, we then compare these technologies across 7 dimensions, which is technical capabilities, implementation process, risks, industry benefits, ethical and legal consideration, societal impact, and future outlook. Why this approach basically? By grounding our analysis in real deployments, we move beyond theory to see how each technology performs under real world constraints, data quality, regulatory frameworks, user trust, and how these lessons inform each other. Okay, coming towards to illustrate why our focus matters, consider these three, what do we call, um, brief basically categories. Healthcare, like in Tokyo, an AI system recently detected a rare cardiac anomaly that human specialists actually missed, potentially saving a life. In finance, a farmer in rural Kenya used a blockchain platform to receive payment for crops within minutes, bypassing slow and costly measures. Society, global trust in institutions in eroding. AI and blockchain offers actually new models. AI can standardize high quality services, while blockchain can decentralize trust away from single authorities. These examples underscore our theme. AI and blockchain are not just technical innovations, they're social catalysts reshaping how we diagnose disease, move money, and trust system. In summary, by examining the AI and blockchain through both technical and human lenses, we gain holistic view of their potentials and pitfalls. We have defined our context, objectives, and why this analysis matters. Next, Satwinder will take you into our first case study, which is the IBM Watson's health journey in oncology diagnostic, exploring how AI was implemented, the outcomes achieved, and the ethical challenges encountered. Over to you, Satwinder, now.
Hi, my name is Satwinder. Let's start with how artificial intelligence is transforming healthcare. AI is now widely used in diagnostics, treatment planning, and patient care predictions. Tools like machine learning and natural language processing help AI systems to understand complex medical data. A great example is IBM Watson for oncology. It was trained on millions of patient records and medical journals to assist doctors in recommending cancer treatments. This system was deployed in hospitals in India, China, and Thailand to help address the shortage of oncologists. While Watson helped reduce diagnosis time and improved consistency, it struggled with the local context and required human oversight to avoid misinterpretations. So, with these benefits come serious ethical concerns. AI can inherit bias if the data is if the data it's trained on lack diversity, which leads to misdiagnosis, especially across different skin tones or population. There's also the matter of patient privacy. Healthcare data is sensitive, and AI system must be designed to handle it securely while with clear patient concern. Lastly, there's a growing call for transparency and accountability. If an AI makes a mistakes, Who is responsible? To tackle this, laws with the EU Intelligence Act are being proposed to regulate high-risk AI systems, especially in healthcare. Um, Now, shifting to blockchain in the finance sector, one major innovation is RippleNet, which uses blockchain to enable fast, low-cost cross-border payments through its cryptocurrency, XRP, with a partnership across 300 plus financial institutions. Ripple can settle international transactions in under 10 seconds, much faster than the traditional systems like SWIFT. However, regulatory changes like the SEC lawsuits over XRP's legal status have slowed down the adoption. Despite that, blockchain is pushing finance toward a more transparent, decentralized future. It supports features like auditability, smart contracts, and secure digital identity management. According to the NS Accenture, um, blockchain could save the global banking industry over $20 million annually in operational costs. Thank you so much.
Hello class, my name is Yash Kangas and I'll be continuing after Satvinder. So I'll start with the blockchain challenges and ethics. So blockchain is, as we already know, that it is a decentralized concept of technology where nothing is controlled by one party. It is divided into like multiple blocks, and all of the blocks are connected to each other, but they are not controlled by anyone. So the first challenge is regulatory uncertainty. So there's nobody who controls it, so there are no regulations on it, and many hackers and many other unethical people also use it. The second challenge is privacy versus transparency concerns. And the last one is OECD pushing new crypto frameworks. Cryptocurrency is actually very famous in blockchain and is also used in very crimes because it's easy and untraceable if you transfer from blockchain, and it's not easy to find who did that. Moving on, we'll move on to the next slide, which is comparison between AI and blockchain. So AI is data-driven insights. Blockchain is secure, decentralized records. And these both enhance efficiency and trust. They should be used in combination. And the combination, it will provide or yield better results. And the industry impacts are AI reduces admin burden in healthcare, and blockchain boosts transparency in finance and creates demand for new tech roles. So these are the industry uses or advantages that we can say that how these help in healthcare, and these technologies can be used for our advantage. Now, this was my part, and now my friend Kavish is gonna move forward for the next of the slides. Thanks.
Hi guys, welcome to this slide. I'm Kavish. I'll be talking about the social impacts of AI and blockchain. So the first example is AI drones deliver medicine in Ghana. AI drones reduce delivery times from hours to minutes, reaching remote or rural areas that lack proper roads or hospitals, ensuring timely delivery of medicine, blood, vaccines, and so on. It reduces the cost and time involved in traditional logistics when paired with blockchain. Every delivery is securely recorded and verifiable. It also enhances the trust in supply chains for tracking vaccines, preventing frauds, and ensuring the quality. Second, we'll be talking about the blockchain tracking UN aid to refugees. So, blockchain ensures every transaction is recorded and immutable, reducing the risk of corruption, fraud, or mismanagement of funds and resources. This increases the trust among donors, recipients, and agencies. Refugees sometimes can also lose their IDs and documents, but blockchain enables secure digital identities to access aid, healthcare, and education. Next, we'll be talking about some examples of ethical and legal frameworks involving. One example of a legal act would be the European AI Act of 2024. This is categorized AI by risk. The next would be the US Blueprint for an AI Bill of Rights. This will promote fairness, transparency, and privacy. Another legality would be data protection laws like GDPR, which applies to the AI use of personal data. We'll be talking about ethical frameworks involving. So it's about being biased and fairness. This will prevent discrimination in hiring, healthcare, and other policy makings. Talking about transparency, it's the right to explanations for decisions made by AI systems, and then accountability, which is assigning responsibility when AI causes harm. And finally, the social impact of this would be in a positive outcome because that will build the public trust, protect the vulnerable populations from biased AI, and encourages ethical innovation. Okay, next. Um, some key takeaways would be that artificial intelligence and blockchain is not just a technological evolution, it is a social revolution. While AI enhances cognition, diagnosis, decision making, blockchain will reinforce transparency, accountability, and trust. As demonstrated in healthcare and financial services, these technologies hold potential to uplift underserved communities, streamline operations, and foster global inclusion. However, this transformation must be anchored in ethical and legal foresight, ensuring that the human dignity, fairness, and equity are never compromised. The future lies not in the dominance of the machines, but in the human centric system where innovation and empathy go hand in hand. So, some future outlook would be future platforms may combine AI decisions making power with blockchain verifiability. So, for an example, if AI driven diagnosis recorded on immutability health ledgers or AI powered financial tools using smart contracts to enforce ethical lending practices. If you're talking about another future outlook, it would be about the technological development, a growing focus on energy efficiency, AI training, and green blockchain protocols will be important to ensure technological progresses with the environmental responsibility as well. Another model would be the human AI collaboration. Future designs should prioritize human oversight and explainability, allowing AI to augment not replace, expert judgment in fields like healthcare, law, and finance. So these are the references used for this presentation, and thank you for listening.